What happened with the BDC approach? We would be calling the transaction in the session mode, and we will be recording the transaction. And with that recording of the transaction, we'll be putting a program would be creating, that program with the Excel sheet, we will be passing the data in the mass. It will call that transaction, not into the front end, into the back end, but it will call the transaction. It will not call the BAPI or functional module. It will call the transaction. And with the transaction call, it will try to punch the data. It's kind of one of the easiest approach, which is used in many of the projects. Okay, not only for the data upload, it can be also used for some enhancements also. If something need to be done, sometime the BDC, I've seen that the ABAP people, they have used the BDC, they have recorded the transaction, and they have done, okay, if we say that, okay, if this happens, production order need to be created. If this is true in one of my custom transaction, and people select on this button, with this data, a production order need to be created. So we have two ways. We have a BAPI. We can call a BAPI and update the production order. Or sometime ABAPers, what they do, they create a BDC program. They record the production order create transaction, and then that BDC program is used to pass the data and get the production orders created. This is not recommended. Okay, BDC is not recommended at all. BDC are not recommended. What happens when you create this session method, when you record and when you call the sessions, right? A particular screen has been called, right? Let's say if it's a production order creation CO01, you are calling it. And then you are passing the data. And with the passing the data, it is going to the next screen. You are passing the data, and then you are saving the data. In the normal way, it will happen correctly. But what will happen with any upgrade, with any customization change, if there is new field has been introduced anywhere, if a new field has been introduced sometime with the upgrade, SAP has introduced new field, or with the custom transaction, custom logic or enhancement, you have introduced a new field, your BDC program will fail. Not only the custom field is very high level of enhancement. If SAP has introduced, you upgraded from 2016 to 2022, and when you're doing the transaction, there is an additional warning message or additional error messages. Error message will definitely stop, so I will not talk about additional warning messages, okay, or additional information messages which has been brought up. With this additional warning and information message also, if you are getting any place an additional message, your transaction will fail. System will not know that when you recorded it, then the message was not there, but now the message is coming, your system will fail. Anyone has done any enhancements, and with the enhancements, they say that, okay, I want to give the messages. They have converted an information message into a warning message, or a warning message into an error message. With that enhancement, if your BDC has been called for that transaction, your BDC will fail. Your BDC will fail. This happens with us. We have basically, there is some BDC was called, and we were upgrading, I think from 2016 or 17 to 2021, and we have some additional fields in the master data. SAP has removed some fields in the master data, and SAP have added, I think this is a batch field which came up, and because of that field, our data upload got dumped off. We were not able to do the data upload because we find that the BDC program has been written, and now the fields on the screen got changed with the upgrade. So our BDC programs also got failed. So we need to correct them. That is the reason we avoid BDC. BDC programs are still available. ABAPers can write it, but it is not recommended. It is not only in S4HANA not recommended. In ECC also, I was not recommending BDC. In S4HANA also, we don't recommend BDC. That should be the last option. When you are not able to do anything, you got stuck, then the BDCs need to be used.